All right, Aries, it is time for your September reading. We'll be using the Vampyre Tarot, the Phantasmagoria Vampyre Tarot. And also I've been working a lot more with some symbolism, symbols, and symbolism and symbols. I don't know why that sounds weird. And I'll be pointing out more so where other signs interact and cross your path through the month of September. So if you like that and you find that helpful, let me know in the comments. We're starting out with the Daughter of Skulls. I will also say, I felt like this deck had a lot to say. Oh boy. And I don't know what is going on with Pisces because they've come up in just about everybody's reading so far. And I'm on, I've done all of water, so Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Leo, and I'm starting on Aries. And that's the second card that I pulled for you guys. So everybody needs to go see what's going on with Pisces, because maybe in your energy, like, whoa. There's something else that I was going to say. Oh, I feel like y'all have a lot going on, because when I went to pull your deck, I've got the Lord of Skulls here. Like, I grabbed it out of the box and all of the cards flipped over. All of them. So, we've got a lot going on here. We have the Prince of Grails. I hope that you guys are doing well, Aries, because we've got Justice, and that's funny because Justice came up in the same place for Leo. The Ten of Knives. Uh-oh. Y'all better go up. I don't know what's happening. Y'all better go watch. We've got the Emperor, the Nine of Grails. Y'all really gotta go watch Leo. The Fool. And the Queen of Skulls. I'm going to keep the deck nearby in case we need to clarify anything. Alright, so starting with the Daughter of Skulls. I like this. I've always liked this card. There's a lot of blue here, which she's kind of gazing off, like her mouth, she's kind of looking off into the distance, like not really here. There's the pentacle on the skull, which is all the energies: earth, fire, water, air, spirit. And there's a blue candle on top of there, especially with the blue roses around. And it's like, she's not talking. She's in her head, which is interesting because it's pentacles, which is like physical possessions, tangible stuff, and she's in her head and she's not talking, which is weird for Earth. We have Pisces showing up here with the moon, and for Leo, this was like you reap what you sow, and they were dealing with some generational stuff. But here I've got, like, there's this ruins in the background and the moon. So this is definitely in shadows, in shadow work. No, well, I'm not going to take it back now. But there's past energy here. We have the Lord of Skulls, and he's like riding out of a cemetery. So he's holding a skull. This is pentacles. This is movement. There's lightning. And I looked up, something came up with lightning the other day. Like, speaking of lightning and thunder in relation to change and having, sorry about that, someone's alarm is going off. Speaking to change and having your wishes and desires fulfilled. And I'm just gonna wait a second and hopefully that will go off and then I can cut this part out. All right, guys, we are good to go. The car alarm has stopped. All right, we were with the Lord of Skulls. We were talking about coming out of this, he's riding out of the cemetery, and lightning being a reference to like change and things coming in that we have wanted, desires that will be fulfilled is the phrase that I wrote down. Next we have the Prince of Grails, which is cups. And there, it's interesting because he's got like emeralds on the cup, so it's speaking to like heart space, but he's very serious and he's like kind of looking down, and he's again very thoughtful, but he's looking towards the Lord of Skulls, and he's not drinking from the cup, but he's holding it, and it's like on his lapel he has, there's actually a snake that has wings, and I don't know if you guys, I don't get into the Bible a whole lot, but I think where is it that I heard that like Satan was like the serpent who initially, like, snakes had wings. That was like some sort of like legend or whatever. So it's like, I feel like it's referencing that, which is also like past. But then we have justice. And I'm not sure if that is Libra. I mean, it is Libra energy. It is, justice does represent Libra, but I mean, I don't know if this is a person or more so the balance required in justice. We also have the Ten of Knives, and that is Gemini shows up here. And I'm getting like misplaced faith, but I also, she's got this black candle burning here in the background, so it's like, oops, like right there. So it's like, as much as this situation has broken her down in the feminine aspect, there's still protection there for you, Aries. And this is what, through this process, this is what has made you who you are. Because the Emperor is Aries energy, so that's masculine, the fire. But still in the background, there's like apples and there's a honeybee, which are like, this is a symbol of abundance and like reproduction. So it's like, you've been through this, but you're still you. You're still powerful. And then again, we have Pisces showing up here on his shoulder for the Nine of Grails. And there's a symbol on the cup in the background. Let me see what that is. It's one of the planets. It's Jupiter. So see where your Jupiter sits? And also I'm noticing that the cup is sitting on top of a moon. So like, I feel like this will be especially true for anybody whose moon is in Jupiter. And I feel like this is like, I feel like this is a romantic situation that you're like, you've been through all this stuff, you're coming out of it, you're still you are in a relationship here. Even if that, so when I say relationship, I don't, it's never only romantic relationship. That can also be the romance relationship with yourself. Balance of masculine and feminine. You still have that. and something to do with Pisces, Moon, and Jupiter. That means nothing to me, so if it means something to you, let me know. If that means something to you, let me know, because I'm curious. Then we have the Fool, which we have all the elements here, and there's also a bunch of masks at the bottom with the pentagram in the middle, which is like balance, but it looks like fire, earth, air, and water. He's got this, like, there's a theme here with roses in hand, and it's been with the Emperor. He's got a crushed bloody rose in his hand. With the Nine of Cups, he's holding a rose in his hand. And here again with the Fool, he's got a rose in his hand, but also with the Prince of Grails, he's got a cup, and the Fool has the cup up here. And there are crows overhead, and it's also referencing Mercury. So it's important where your Mercury is, and it's the Fool is like, the Fool is a new journey, yes, but there's also this, I mean, just look at him. He's like almost recklessness. Because this is still shadow side, but there are the crows moving overhead, and he's like dancing on the precipice. It's like, Aries, it's like you've been through all of this stuff, and you're not satisfied. And it's almost like you're bored. And this recklessness, this new, like, devil may care attitude. And then we go straight into the Queen of Skulls, which is like being in this abundant feminine energy as it relates to manifesting your tangible possessions. So it's like you are not worried about relationships in this situation. So even if you are in a relationship, you're not worried about it. And if you're not in a relationship, you're still not worried about it. This more so speaks to your connection to self. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but it could, like, if you are in a relationship, like, kind of maybe care a little bit about the person that you're with. So I'm gonna clarify if this is, so this is Two of Grails again. This is Pisces coming up. I'm sorry, this is Cancer. Two of Grails. Cancer is on his shoulder. There's feminine. So there is a relationship here. This is not just, it's like Nine of Grails and the Two of Grails. This is not just you. Why don't you care about this relationship, Aries? What's going on with this relationship? All right, so we got Seven of Grails and the Five of Scepters. So watch the Leo video, because that's going to talk about the Seven of Grails situation. This is Scorpio, past family trauma. I feel like this is all relating. And we've also got Leo showing up here, and Saturn. And this is for me, when I get these together, and I don't like this. This is not a healthy relationship, and that's why you don't care about it. It can be abusive, like emotionally abusive, emotionally unstable. There's like deception in this relationship, so it's not a healthy one. And that's to say that that's not to say that it cannot be saved, but do you want to save it? Is it worth saving to you? And it doesn't seem like you really care about this. This isn't for every Aries. This is just, like, if it resonates with you, then this is what you're dealing with. But Aries, examine this and figure out why you're staying in it, but you're not caring about your partner's feelings. Because if your partner treats you in a way in which it makes it clear to you that you shouldn't care about their feelings, because, like, when I see these two cards together, it makes me think narcissist. So if that is the situation that you're in, then no, you shouldn't care about their feelings, because their feelings are, like, they're not healthy feelings. I don't even like to say that feelings aren't healthy. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. Forget about them. No one and nothing can be more important to you than your happiness. And when you're in a place of alignment, your happiness does not detract from anyone else's happiness. It's not your job to make other people happy. It is not your job to please other people. It is your job to make yourself happy. And in your own joy, you will be in alignment. And within alignment, you will bring in people who are in alignment. Anyone who is asking and demanding that you make them happy, that you try to satisfy their desires, is not in alignment. And that is why you shouldn't care about their feelings. If they're not in alignment, then you shouldn't care about their feelings, because it's their job to get into alignment, to get into a happy place, and to care about their own feelings. And from a happy place, from both of you being in alignment, you can have a healthy relationship. If either of you are out of alignment, or even if, especially if both of you are out of alignment, it's very difficult. Like, you're not going to have a healthy relationship. And that is why you shouldn't care about their feelings. Aries. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions, if you need clarification, and I will see you next time.